Here we have some elastic, 10mm, some tulle to make the tutu. It says 6 inches wide and has lots of little sequin things on there. You can get all sorts with no sequins, multicolours, all sorts. Then we need a comic board, and I'll show you how we use that in a minute. And then we need something to be able to put our elastic around that we can put the tulle onto to hold it onto the doll, which is what I've done. This is actually the 10mm elastic. It just gets a bit knotted up when you're putting your tulle fabric on. Those out the way for now. And this one. And what I've done is I wrapped these around. I wrapped this around this card a few times, and then I took a pair of scissors, held it to the edge and cut it down, and that gave me these. And then what I do with these is I take the piece, scrunch it up, make sure it's the same length, then I get my elastic that I've either knotted together or, for a bit more permanent, sewn together, and then I use just making sure the length's correct, which it now is. So then I put my finger in like this, then we put the loop down, and then we pull the fabric, tutu fabric, through, and then tighten that. That's one piece. We'll do another one because I've got sequin side up. Fold it down, put your finger in, so your finger's inside the end loop, put your finger in, and then from the top put your finger through with your other finger or thumb, finger and thumb, pull the fabric through, the rest of the tulle through, and then we tighten it. And we continue to do that all the way around until we have a tutu that will go the whole way around the doll. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll add a photo to this video of the completed tutu on my doll. Right, what I'm going to do now, before I do any more, I'm going to show once more what I do, but this time I'm going to wrap it the other way around. So let's take my bit of tape off. Actually, no, we'll just use a fresh from here. So what we're going to do with this, instead of doing it so that it's over the width, we're going to do it so it runs over the length. So let's put that there. Just put that on there, like that. Tape it down. So now when we do it, we're going to do it lengthwise. I'm going to do the same thing, get it going. There isn't so much wiggle room, so you might want to take your time just a little, because it won't, you need to get it straight. You don't want it falling off the edge. So take a little bit more time. And then, like I did before, just gonna so let's just take that piece off because it's just going to be too long in the way. So we'll just quickly snip that away. Now, so here we go. So it's exactly the same thing. We've got choices now here. We can snip from here, which as you can see will give us a really long tutu pieces, or you can snip so that both, like in the other one, snip both, obviously it's going to be a lot smaller, like the width, so it's up to you which way you do it. So you could do this and have the extra long, you could cut both and have this sort of length. However, it can be, especially if you're doing loads, like you'll need to do a tutu, it can be a bit of a pain just keeping it on. So if you're not intending on doing it so that it's very long like this, each piece is this length, I recommend doing it widthways. So with this, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Scissors firmly to the end, and we're just going to cut. So for a 6x10 doll, you might want to consider doing these sizes. So we take it out, and there you can see it's quite a difference in size there. So my recommendation is if you do half of this, so you cut it when it's on the comic board, you cut it both ends, you're going to get your little going to get these little bits here for your little 4x4 doll. If you cut it just one end widthways, then you're going to get this length. But if you cut it this length, you're going to get much larger tutu. So take it out again. Let's make sure the sparkles are the right way around. Try and take it through the middle, pull it, bunch it up, make it so that it is the same length all over, which it is. And then we do exactly the same as we did before on these. So in you go from the top and pull through. Then we want to pull that so it tightens and looks nice. So now you can see the difference in size. So 4x4, 5x7, 6x10.